Hello, hello, and welcome to my Sunday Live. Welcome, welcome. Where are you in the world when you're coming in? Let me know. I just came back to Lisboa in Portugal and realized that my favorite parking spot was occupied by a circus. So that's what happened 1 hour ago. But I'm very, very happy and grateful that I found another place to park at, so I could stay here in Lisboa and meet some friends. So when you are watching this, if you watch it as a replay, please let me know where you're tuning in from, who is catching up on this. Because today I'm gonna speak about my favorite topic of all. And I would actually say that this is far more important than any vitamins out there. Like if you're taking extra supplements, omega 3, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B, and all the different vitamins you can get. So create or help you to feel stronger and stay healthy. I have something even better. And it's for free. You don't even have to buy it. It's there all the time. But people tend to misunderstand how to use it. And of course, I'm talking about the vitamin G, gratitude. So, welcome everyone who's coming in here. Please let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. And happy, hi Lena, to receive your questions about this topic because it is life-changing. I can actually say that I wouldn't be here. I don't know even if I would be here on Mother Earth anymore if it wasn't for gratitude, and I will come back to that. So please let me know in the chat where you are in the world. And also, when you want to ask me questions, please write a Q before the comment, so it's easy for me to see who's here. Because some of the lives we had a few Sundays, there has been so much going on in the chat, so it helps me to keep track on the questions. So thank you for that. I hope you're fine this beautiful Sunday. And yeah, vitamin G. So many who's actually waiting for things to happen in their life until they are grateful, until they say thank you. And it's just the opposite. It's just backwards of doing gratitude. Because gratitude is a concept, it's a way of living. And I can tell you that it is the quickest way to raise your vibration. If you who's here don't know that we all are energy, I had no clue about that 5 years ago, 6 years ago when I started to study. Oh, this is interesting. Now, in the middle of this beautiful sunny Sunday, the heavy rain is coming. I wonder if you can hear me. Oh, goodness. Let's go to the chat again. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Lena. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it was a short one. But we had a stormy weather with heavy rains for weeks now. So it's impossible to plan when to have these kind of live calls. But I stick to my Sunday lives anyway. Because I'm so grateful for everyone who's showing up live with me. So thank you so much for being here. And if you have questions about this concept, gratitude, please feel free to put them in the chat with a Q in front and I will answer. here we have another question from the last, and I don't know how to take that away. I'm not this tech queen at all, so I leave it there until I have another question to put on the screen. So yes, gratitude is really a way of living. And I'm going to tell you a story from my childhood when I was introduced to gratitude the first time in a very, very weird way. I wonder if you remember when you were introduced to gratitude, in what kind of way. But for me, I was 9, 10 years old, around 1974, a long time ago. And I had an argument with my brother at the same time as my father came home from work. And I felt so misunderstood, as we children many times do, right? Because I felt like he pointed out that it was my fault. You know, siblings are arguing. That's just how it is. But when a parent take the other part over and over and over again, I felt very, very sad and angry, and it was very emotional. And I ran into my room and I lay down on bed and I was crying my eyes out. And suddenly I could hear my father entering the door, coming into my room, and he was standing next to my bed where I was laying crying. And he said, "Stop crying, because you have nothing to cry for. You have arms and legs." Yes. That's what I, as a 9, 10 years old girl, got to hear from my father. He didn't know better. I have forgiven him many times for this incident, but this is how I was introduced to gratitude. Like, I should always be grateful for I'm having arms and legs. My brother was born without arms and legs. And as a child, we know, it's impossible. He was just my brother. I didn't even think about that he didn't have arms and legs. We were children. We were playing. And I know that many of you as well have been introduced to gratitude as children in different weird ways. And feel free to share with me if you want. I would love to hear if you remember how it was. I also remember, I'm sure you have experienced how it was at dinner table. Eat up, eat your food. There are children who's starving, who's hungry all the time. They don't have food. You should be grateful for having food. And saying that to a child is like, it's not a very good way to introduce this beautiful concept of gratitude. Because again, gratitude is a way of living. And almost, what is it now, 2025, almost 3 years ago, I found myself in a place where I had lost everything. I had made some crazy decisions and I had done some bad crypto investments. So I found myself without any savings, any income, nothing, in a foreign country here in Portugal, living in my van. No security net whatsoever. And that was really, really one of the most darkest moments in my life. I have lost my money and my companies earlier in my life, but that has been in situations where I have been married or I've had my parents as a kind of social secure net around me. 3 years ago, I had nothing because I had left my security, my husband, my family, everything in Sweden. And my parents are not here anymore. So I found myself in this situation wondering, how the heck am I gonna get out of this black, deep hole? It was like, I can't put it in words how it felt, but it was really, really heavy. And I remember after a few weeks I had been living from oranges only because I just didn't have any money for food. And this was old pattern, this was old mental programming that had been caused this. It was self-sabotage big time. I had made choices out of my low self-esteem, my low self-worth. I didn't value myself. So I always made sure to help everyone else. I was overgiving, undercharging, and I was not taking responsibility for me. So I was the one who was responsible for where I was. And it was very, very challenging to carry this burden and to even be able to think that I could get out of it, because it was so dark. So after a few weeks just living on oranges and feeling so ashamed and guilty, and I didn't reach out to anyone because I felt so, I felt so ashamed. Let me know if you have gone through something similar. And I think this is one of the toughest things that we humans can go through, especially if we don't have any fallskärm, how do you say that? Like any security net. Nothing to fall back to. No one that you can just pick up the phone and you know that they will be there for you. Because it's connected with so much shame. Like, how stupid I am. That was what's going on in my head. I was judging myself so hard. So you can imagine where I was. And one day I was sitting at the beach, looking out at the ocean, and I felt like, I don't know how I can move forward from this. I felt like I had no drive, I had no motivation, I had no love for myself, no self-respect. It was just empty. But then from nowhere, or from a very special place probably, I wasn't aware at that time, but suddenly I just felt this strong power, this energy came, and this voice kind of thing that told me that, Marie, you have so much to be grateful for. Don't you dare to give up. And I can't really explain the feeling that or this kind of moment, this happening in words, because it was so like, it was just a very light moment in this dark place that I was in. And I realized it was true. I still had so many things to be grateful for. So from that moment, I practiced gratitude from the moment I woke up in the morning until the time I went to bed. It was just like a mantra. I was just like, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I still do that. And this is where we go wrong. We wait for good things to happen until we step into gratitude, instead of becoming aware of all the little small things that I can still be grateful for. And we want to understand what gratitude really will give you. Because it's a feeling, and feelings is invented for you to understand where you are vibrating, because we are all energy and we all vibrate on different frequencies. And when you feel good and joyful and things are going well in your life, you are vibrating on a high frequency. And when you feel bad, things are challenging and you feel frustrated and sad, or whatever it is you're going through, you are vibrating on a low frequency. And coming from a place where we feel like unhappy for who we are and what we have makes it impossible to manifest the things that we want in life. The first thing we have to do is to move up in the frequencies. We need to change our vibration. And the quickest way to do that is with gratitude. There are nothing else that helps you so quickly to raise your vibration as gratitude. And that's what happened to me 3 years ago. I noticed just after a few days that I was suddenly in another energy. It wasn't just as dark, it wasn't that heavy. So it goes so quickly. And this is what we were never taught. We didn't learn this from our parents, we didn't learn this in school, and it is the most powerful concept that you can practice. It will change your life, Queen. We have 2 queens who's told us where they are and tuning in. Do we have anyone else who wants to share? Say hello from where you are in the world. I would be very grateful to see who is on the line, because I can see that you are here. I can't see who you are, but I can see that you are coming in, joining, and it makes me very, very grateful. But make me really happy and share in the chat where you are tuning in from, and also what is your relationship to gratitude? Are you experiencing it? Sorry, not experience it. Are you practicing it on a daily basis? I always ask my clients in Queen Formation, have you taken vitamin G today? Because it's kind of the foundation to everything. So have you taken vitamin G today, you who are now watching this live? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. And until I get some interaction and questions in the chat, I'm going to share with you something that you probably never heard about, or maybe you have, because I actually published a YouTube video a few days ago on this gratitude topic, and I also shared this gratitude circle. Because gratitude is really the vehicle towards abundance. That's the easiest, most beautiful way to bring in more abundance to your life. And here it is. Listen carefully now. Gratitude brings love. Love brings joy. Joy brings vision. Vision brings opportunity. Opportunity brings abundance. Abundance brings gratitude. I think I said something wrong there. I missed one because there was a person who came outside my window waving. Let's do that from the beginning again. Gratitude brings love. Love brings joy. Joy brings vision. vision brings flow. That was the one I forgot. And flow brings opportunity. And opportunity brings abundance. And abundance brings what? Of course, gratitude. So the circle is going, it starts with gratitude and it ends with gratitude. It just keeps going. I love this circle because Orit, welcome Orit, you're taking vitamin G every day. I celebrate you, Queen, for doing so. Yay, it's amazing. And let me know if you have noticed any difference since you started to take vitamin G every day. Do you see things changing in your life? But let's go back to this gratitude circle. Gratitude brings love, right? So if you feel like you feel the lack of love in your life, then be grateful. Because that is what causes you to feel and experience more love. Love for yourself and love to others, love to the whole world. Gratitude brings love. And what happens when we are in a state of love and it brings joy, right? It brings happiness. We feel light. And when we are in a joyful, happy state of mind, what happens? Can you see the pattern when you are having these days with a lot of joy and happiness? I know exactly what happens with me. I get so many great ideas. It's just popping up in my head. Like, I'm gonna do that. This is a good solution to that problem. And wow, this is because we are on a higher frequency. So joy brings vision. You start to visualize how you're gonna solve something, what you're gonna create. You get new ideas, and it's just popping like popcorn in your mind. It's amazing. So joy brings vision, and then you start to visualize, and you see yourself like, wow, I'm on my way there. This is what I'm gonna do. I love this. You come into this flow, and you're just riding on this wave, like nothing can stop you, right? So vision brings flow, ease and flow. And when we are in the flow and vibrating on a high frequency, guess what happens? Door starts to open. People start to reach out to you. Opportunities is coming to you. And it's going fast, like that. And you can't stop it. You don't want to stop it because you are in this ease and flow state of mind. You're just sailing. And when you are getting these opportunities to do new things and whether you are whatever it is you want, you will receive more abundance into your life, whether that is money into your business or a new love partner, because an opportunity could be that someone invited you to a wonderful dinner party or pool party, or where you met your new love partner, right? So new opportunities will bring you abundance, more abundance into your life. more things to be grateful for. And then when you are in this gratitude state of mind, it goes over again. It brings you more joy, more love, more ease and flow. So just circles. It never ends. Let me know if you heard about this gratitude circle before. It's so powerful. It makes the whole difference. I think this is interesting. Some Sundays, I wonder if there is a big football match. Maybe that's not something that women maybe attend so much to, but maybe it is I don't know what it is, but there is not so many coming on today, and that is okay. I don't know what everyone is busy with, but it is Sunday. Perhaps it's I have no idea. I don't listen to news. I don't go to big malls. I don't know what's going on in the world. But thank you for you who's being here and speaking about gratitude today. And please let me know where you are tuning in from, and if you are new to gratitude or if you are practicing it, and if you want to know my story when it comes to gratitude, you can rewatch this afterwards. And I also just shared the gratitude circle, which is so powerful, that actually will inspire you even more to take vitamin G. Live from a grateful heart every single day, because it makes the whole difference. Shalom from Israel. Shalom. Let's see what is saying here. Sometimes I think we wait for something to be grateful for because we are looking for grander things. Yeah, absolutely, Jennifer. Gratitude is easier to find for the smaller things. Birds singing, a warm cup of coffee or tea. Absolutely. My tea this cozy Sunday afternoon, being here with you. There is always something for us to be grateful for. But if we haven't been taught, like, I had no idea about this 10 years ago. I was introduced in my adult life after this crazy, weird happening when I was a young child, as I told you about. I was introduced to gratitude when I started with network marketing. I was told by my mentor to write down 3 things every morning which I was grateful for. And of course they said anything. But the thing is, when we do this journaling around gratitude, we want to understand, if we really want to change how we feel and what vibration we operate on, we want to bring emotions. We can't just do it mechanically, because that's what I did. I was doing this gratitude journaling every morning and sometimes even in the evenings, just like a robot, just because I was told to do it. So I wasn't present. I didn't go into the feeling, which I always do today. And when we are present, that's also when we hear the birds singing and appreciate the warm cup of coffee or tea. Because as you say here, Jennifer, most of us, we are looking for greater things. We want to achieve our goals. That's the day we're going to celebrate. No, it doesn't work that way. Every day, every single step, you live from a place of gratitude. Because that is going to make miracles to happen in your life. Thank you for sharing, Jennifer. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, gratitude has made a big shift for me also, yes. Oh, thank you for sharing this, Lena. This is so good. And this is also was something I was told by my mentor to do. And so this is a kind of a, I don't know how to say that in English, but it's the more advanced way of doing gratitude. Oh, sorry, now it's coming in a helicopter. I wonder if you can hear me. I'm coming closer here. It's a helicopter just flowing away from here in Lisboa. Yes, a more advanced way to do gratitude is to write down 3 things that that hasn't already appeared in the physical world. It is on our dream list, something that we really, really want in our life, but we can actually use it in our gratitude practice and writing that I'm so grateful now when I am living in this wonderful, beautiful beach house or whatever it is I want to manifest in my life. And again, when I did it, when I started with this 10 years ago, I didn't understand that I had to add the emotions. That's what I learned from Bob Proctor when I started to study with him 5 years ago. He said you have to bring in the emotions, because that's the only way that you can rewrite the old story in your subconscious mind. You can't just be in your head when you do this. You need to be in your heart, bring all the feelings to it, and really feel all the feelings. How it is to live in your dream house, or how it is to run your business, or how it is to live with your love partner, or how it is, whatever it is you dream of. You want to go into the feeling of it. That's when things really start to happen. So thank you, Lena, for bringing that up. It's so important. There might be someone who has started to work with gratitude in that way. Please let me know if you have any questions around this powerful concept, gratitude. Maybe you just wonder, why should I do it? Or maybe you were, just like me, introduced to gratitude in a weird way, so you feel like, no, it doesn't feel good. But you really, truly miss out on something magic if you don't bring this into your life. Gratitude brings love. Love brings joy. Joy brings vision. Vision brings flow. Flow brings opportunity. Opportunity brings abundance. Abundance brings gratitude. And on it goes. Everything starts with a grateful heart. The first thing I do in the morning when I wake up, before I do anything, I lay there with closed eyes and I smile. Because when I give myself a smile, I feel myself. And that's how I connect with myself. And then I say, thank you. Thank you for one new beautiful day. Thank you for giving all this to me. Thank you for my breath, for everything. So before I even get up, I'm laying in my bed and do my gratitude exercise. I don't necessarily write it down anymore. So if I just should give you one advice in your life, practice gratitude. And don't even see it as a practice. Choose to see it as a way of living. It is a way of living. And I call it vitamin G. You can have some fun with it. You can tell your best friends or your partner or your sisters or your colleagues or whoever you meet every day. Have that person as an accountability partner. Like, let's remind each other about vitamin G. Over and over again. Have another vitamin G. What vitamin Gs have you taken today? How do you feel? How did it make you feel? Did you experience more love? You see, gratitude, as I said earlier, will raise the vibration you operate on. So it will take you to a higher frequency. And you can't choose to be grateful and hold on to fear at the same time. It's impossible. Fear is on a very low vibration. So if you experience a lot of anxiety today, maybe you wake up in the morning full of anxiety. I know I've done that before, and I know many of our students in Queen Formation is talking about that's where they're coming from. And if you immediately catch yourself and tune into gratitude instead, that's the feeling you choose. And fear will start to fade away, because anxiety comes from fear. That you choose these fearful thoughts. It's our thinking, the way you choose to think, that causes you the feelings you carry. And fear is a feeling, nothing else. It's just a feeling. And both fear and faith demands of you to trust in something that you can't see. It's just a feeling. But still, most people that choose to hold on to fear. When we can choose. We can choose. Isn't that crazy? It is crazy. And that's why you hear me say sometimes in videos, like, what if it doesn't have to be complicated? What if life could be simple? Because it is simple things that we need to do, that we need to add on to our daily life to make a change. It's simple things. Vitamin G doesn't cost a penny, but still we don't do it. Not in the right way anyway. Always tune into a grateful heart. Always choose to see, what can I be grateful for in this situation? And even if you struggle, even if you are going through really, really hard times, just like I did, maybe you haven't lost everything and living on oranges day out and day in that I did, but you might having other complications in your life. Whatever you go through, we always have a choice. We can be thankful for the situation, the event that is actually playing out in your life right now, because do you know why? There's always a lesson. There's always a lesson to learn from every new experience that we are given from the universe. We might not be able to see it there and then. I couldn't understand why I had to go through what I went through 3 years ago when I lost all my money. But now I know. That was the biggest lesson of them all. I finally had to go to the roots of my self-worth, the self-sabotage I was constantly doing around money, how I treated money, my relationship to money. It was fear-based. And it kept me stuck on a vibration where I just made new bad decisions around money. So today I'm very grateful that that situation happened, because it forced me to really dig deep and find my blind spots around why these things kept happening with me and money. So be thankful for the shit that comes in your life. Wow, that's growth. That's really growth. But even if you don't understand it right now, you can trust that there will be a day when you understand, and you can be thankful, because it is an opportunity to grow. All the hard times in our life gives us an opportunity to grow, whether they are small or big. Where are you tuning in from? What is your relationship to gratitude? Do you want to share with me? Do you have any questions before we wrap this up, this Sunday live? Maybe it's the same thing all over the world. It's been raining, storming for days, and maybe the sun suddenly appeared where everyone is. So everyone is out in nature and feeling grateful for sun. The sun is coming out again. Well, the sun is always there, just hiding behind the clouds, right? And it's really been hiding. Here in Portugal, we have gone through... It's been challenging to live in a van. But that's why I do this kind of lifestyle, because it gives me an opportunity to grow. There is so much more exciting to live in a van traveling instead of being in a comfortable home, whether it is an apartment or a house. This is what I choose right now, and I'm not saying that this is right or wrong, but it's right for me. And it's giving me, again, so many opportunities to practice and see, okay, how far have I come on this self-development journey? Sometimes it goes really well, and sometimes I just let's upgrade, let's move up in the vibrations, like how we respond to life's happenings, because life is always, things are always happening in life, right? And we just need to remember that whatever happens in our life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Oh my God, how long time that took for me to understand. To really, whatever happened, it happened for me. How on earth can this situation happen for me? But it's true. It's absolutely true. Because in the end, you will go out through this event stronger than ever. And if we can just live our life in that beautiful trust for ourselves, whatever happens, I'm safe, and I am loved, and I am supported, and I have everything I need, and therefore I am so grateful. So if we don't have any more questions, or anyone who wants to share something about gratitude, I think it's time to wrap up. Thank you so much to everyone who's been here watching live, and for everyone that is coming in, catching up on the replay. Let me know in the comments. For some kind of reason, the comments from the live will never follow to the replay. I have really tried, but I can't figure it out how to do that. So the comments will disappear, but you can always make questions when I post this live on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, commenting, and I appreciate so much. I love you, Queen. Mwah. And remember, be grateful for the amazing, incredible woman that you are.